What's up, guys? It's Jordan. Today, we're finally talking about my favorite topic, nutrition. Inside of each Steel Rings program, from the basic to the most comprehensive, you will find the Steel Rings plug and play meal plan. This is a meal planning system that I created, wow, 15 years ago, I'm sure, at least. It is a dead simple system of combining proteins, starchy carbs, and vegetables into meals spread out over 5 meals per day. To keep me on track, I brought my handy dandy Steel Rings notebook, and we'll start with the first question. Why do most people fail to eat in a way that supports their goals? A lot of times this boils down to last minute decision making. Let's say you work in an office. What's the first question people ask as it starts to get around 10:30, 11 a.m.? They ask, what's for lunch? What are we doing for lunch, guys? And if you don't already know what you're doing for lunch, you're going to fall into the trap. Oh, let's go get, I don't know, Burger King. Let's go to this restaurant. Not only are you probably going to make some bad decisions nutrition wise, it's going to cost extra money and you're setting yourself up for failure. The easiest way to stay on track is to already know what's for lunch because you brought your lunch with you. Even though you know better, you still might cave and go to lunch or eat snacks from the vending machine just because you're exhausted. Decision fatigue is a real thing. Or maybe you're stressed. I'm guilty of this. At work, I'm known for eating stress Pop Tarts. I go straight to the snack bar, get a couple of packages of cherry or strawberry Pop Tarts, and just plow through them whenever I'm stressed. I need that quick sugar rush, that quick blast of carbs to help keep my mind focused on the work that I'm doing, especially under high stress conditions. But this is not good, and there are better ways to go about it. So our second question here is, what makes nutrition feel more complicated than it actually is? So you've made the decision that you don't want to splurge on those last minute meals, those last minute lunches. You are going to make a plan and you're going to stick to it. But now it gets confusing. Some people obsess over tracking every calorie or their macros, and they do this on the fly. So in that scenario I gave where you go to lunch with your coworkers, they'll go to lunch, check the menu, demand the nutritional values, the nutritional facts, and they'll pull out their calculators, their MyFitnessPal app, and they'll start trying to figure out how many grams of carbs they can afford to eat at this point. Oh my God, how exhausting. It's exhausting me just thinking about it. Don't do this. Or maybe you've heard about the latest trend. Back in the day, there was the Atkins diet, and now you've got things like the carnivore diet, caveman diets. Some people are vegetarian or vegan, so on and so forth. There's nothing wrong inherently with these things, but you're turning food into your identity. You're obsessing over it. This will wear you out just as fast as tracking every calorie. Or worse, and I hear this a lot, oh my God, I can't eat the same thing every day. Honestly, if you really look at what you eat every day, I bet, maybe not every single day, but week over week, I bet you eat the same foods. I bet you have the same feels. Most families have a spaghetti night or a steak night where they traditionally, out of habit and routine, eat the same foods all the time. If you can do that, you can prep good, delicious, and simple meals that you can eat regularly. These are called staples. So every once in a while, sure, go out to dinner, have something that isn't in the plan, but your staples shouldn't change. Same stuff over and over again because it's fuel for your body. What you need is consistency and simplicity to help you keep on track. So our third question, what is the plug and play meal plan and why does it work? Okay, the plug and play meal plan is dead simple. You've got three columns, three categories of foods. You've got your proteins, your starchy carbs, and your fibrous carbs, which are vegetables, basically. Each column just has a list of things. That's all it is, in specific portion sizes that no matter which combination you put together should total up to somewhere around 2,000 calories, give or take 100 or 200 calories. It's not perfect, but it doesn't have to be. In the protein column, for example, you'll find chicken, turkey, beef, lamb, fish in both cooked and uncooked portion sizes. In the starchy carbs, that's where you'll find your beans, rice, cereal, popcorn, different grains that provide complex carbohydrates that your body's going to use for fuel. In the third column, fibrous carbs, lots of dark leafy greens, spinach and kale, broccoli, green beans, you name it. It's a whole list. Just because they're listed doesn't mean you have to eat all of these foods. In fact, you shouldn't eat all these foods. Just pick 1 or 2 items from each column, prep them in batches, and separate them out into meals. The system has you eating 5 meals per day, but you do not have to do this. This is just for those people who like to have a little something going into their bellies every few hours. For me personally, I practice intermittent fasting. So I do all my training and chores and errands in the morning, and usually around 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon is when I have my first meal. All I do is combine the servings from multiple meals into one big meal, eat that, and then I eat a second meal, again, a larger size meal, later in the evening before I get ready for bed. I have a few little snacks along the way, and I'm good to go. But the plug and play meal plan is set up so that you can spread these meals out over 5 times per day. Click the link in the description to read more about this program, probably in a more coherent way than I can talk about it. So our fourth question here, what's one step you can take right now to simplify your nutrition? Well, you can go to steelrings.store and download any Steel Rings program. All of them come complete with the plug and play meal plan. You can learn it and you can follow it there. Or to kick things off right now, you can simply grab a couple of chicken breasts, a couple cans of black beans, pintos, garbanzos, chickpeas, whatever, a head of fresh broccoli or frozen broccoli, cook all of it, split it up into a few meals, and eat that twice a day for the next 3 days. And see how you feel. See how your body changes and adapts. It does not have to be perfect. And you don't fail if you eat off the meal plan every once in a while. Execution is what matters. You have to start. I cannot stress enough, all the training in the world will not help you outrun a bad diet. You have to focus on fueling yourself with proper nutrition. Eventually, you will get really good at making these meals taste exactly the way you want. If you go to a restaurant and you order something, the chef may not prepare it the way you like, but if you're doing it yourself, it's always perfect. It's seasoned to taste. You've got all the sauces you love. It's perfect. So build this habit, if nothing else. Prep your meals, know what you're eating, and this will support your strength gains. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel for more, and I'll see you on the next one.